Normally, I'm buzzing. I'm ready to go because of my wins in MMA. Today wasn't those weeks. I got it back though, but today wasn't. This week wasn't one of those weeks. It's this week's wins. This week's wins. This week's wins. This week's... Yeah, man. This week's wins. We had a problem week. I'm not gonna lie. We started off hot. So let me show you. We started off with some Nicholas Mata. Boom. I put that in before I went to bed. I wish I left the time on there so you could have seen it, but I put that in before I went to bed, probably around 1, 2 a.m. I was like, this guy's going to bring back the money. He's going to triple the money. So I just put a quick 10 spot on Nicholas Mata. Easy Mata win, baby. Easy. Didn't have to worry. I woke up during the Loner Kavanaugh fight. I was like, oh, damn. Let's go. Obviously didn't put a fight on the second fight of the night, Zhao Long or Kang Lee. And then I woke up during Loner Kavanaugh, Jose Ochoa. I stayed away from Hernandez, Tumen Dembarel. Lost on Feng Xiaoqian. Tough beat. And then lost on Sahota. I was losing everywhere, okay? I lost on the entire prelims after that. I should have just stayed asleep, if we're being honest. But then my boy, Zhang Ming Yang. Let's go. $25, both apps. I mean, small returns. It's all good, though. Small returns, but it's all good. Something light to get back a little bit from all my losses on the prelims. Hellacious losses on the prelims, by the way. I should have just not betted on the prelims. I didn't know anybody. Why was I betting money? I had no idea. I didn't watch Road to UFC, so why was I betting money on these guys? I should have just enjoyed it, waited for the main card like I planned with Luke. But no, I was a dummy. And you got to learn from your bad habits. You got to learn from these mistakes, and we will. We will. When we don't know anything about these people, we stay away. But Zhang Ming Yang did us good. And then we moved on to the rest of the card. We lost on Olberg. Of course, I went with Ozdemir. I liked the odds on it. Had to do it. He ended up losing. So whatever. That fight was a huge question mark for me anyways. Gabriela Fernandez, Wang Kong. I'm sure everyone lost on that unless you're a degenerate and put the money on Gabriela Fernandez, which in retrospect, I wish I did. But you know me. I was a big Kong guy. I almost said Wang guy. That would have been very sus. I'm a big Kong guy, so it was tough to see. It was a tough beat, and I had Salikov in the parlay. More to come a little later on that. But yeah, my girl, Yan Xiaonan, 25 on her to win by decision. Both apps. Bring the money home, girlfriend. Bring the money home. That's what I like to see. Yan Xiaonan by points. Let's go. A little 25 spots. Bring it back 45, 48. A little something light. And that would be the last time I won that night. Because as you know, I put the bets on Figueiredo. I had the parlay in. The parlay didn't go so hot. Let's go over it, shall we? Let's go over it. Start on FanDuel. Loner Kavanaugh, Zhang Ming Yang, Muslim Salikov, Yan Xiaonan, plus 350, boosted to plus 387 through 75. This was the parlay I gave out to the people. This was the parlay that was supposed to hit for the 5th week in a row. It was supposed to hit for the 5th week in a row. And the biggest fucking favorite on the card, Kong Wang Kong. You fucked us. You fucked us, and you fucked us good. Oh, you fucked us. We were supposed to make 350 on that on both apps. We were supposed to make 350 on both apps, y'all. That would have been a $700 card right there. Even if I had lost all the prelims, I was supposed to bring that back. And the biggest favorite on the card cooked us. Absolutely sous vide'd me in my own juices. It's tough to see, man. It's tough to see. I was so tight. I was so tight after that. I was so sad. If you go back to the main card mini stream, you can see the vibes were down. The vibes were way down. Fuzzy Dunlop in the house doing good work, Gav. Appreciate you, my dog. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, man. But yeah, took a fat L on that. Took a real fat L. It was rough. It was rough. It was sad. And I had to go about the rest of my day after that L too. I had to just fester in these L's. I just look. I had to fester in that, and then I had to fester in that. I had to fester in that, and then I had to fester in that. It was a net minus like minus 250, minus 300 Saturday morning. Minus 200, minus 300 net Saturday morning. It was a tough one. Tough pill to swallow. But you know me, I sleep on those L's. I fester in that fucking L. I swim in that shit like a shark. And I come back stronger on Sunday. I make Sunday my fucking bitch. You heard? So that's why you don't get the this week's L's graphic with Wang Kong on top like I did to my boy Rob Wilkinson earlier this year. You don't get that this week. You know why? Because I made Sunday my bitch. You heard? Basketball, football, didn't matter what the fuck it was. I was turning cash into more cash, baby. Let's get into it. Boom. 25 on Tatum, 20 Edwards, 15 Randall, 10 White, 25 Brown. Turn my 50 into 350. I just got all that money back from that Saturday card in one shot. Boom, baby. On my favorite team, the Celtics. Let's go. And you know my crazy ass. Of course I did it on both apps. Of course I did it on both apps. Oops, too soon. Of course I did it on both apps. Yeah, another 312. So now we're positive. Now we're back in the game. Now we're back in the motherfucking game, baby. Okay, but let me put another one in. Boom. 15, turn back 650. Jaylen Brown, Julius Randle, Derek White with some threes attached. With the threes attached. I know. I'm still the GOAT. I'm still the GOAT. If you want to tail my parlays on basketball, football, you should follow the green parlays. I'm not going to give you a graphic, but if you're watching and you're lucky enough to see that, I post stories with some of these that I put out. So if you want to make some fucking money, follow at the green parlays. But besides that, basketball number 1 on FanDuel. Basketball number 2 on FanDuel. If you do the math, that's $1,000 on one game. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I had to do it on DraftKings too. Yeah, I did. And you see that number at the top, baby. I know you fucking see it. 420 all day. All motherfucking day, baby. Let's bask in it. Let's fucking bask in it, shall we? I got time. Morning combat starts in 15 minutes, 13 minutes. Don't worry. You got time. You got time. Let's check it. Jaylen Brown, 3 threes. He hit 5 to start the game. Derek White, 12 points. Randall, 20. Brown, 25. Edwards, 25. Tatum, 25. 4 threes, 3 threes, 3 threes. $420, baby. That's right. That's how much we made. That's why you got that. That's why you got that. Yeah. So I made $2,000 off one game yesterday. Yep. That's how I do. And you know me, I don't quit when I'm ahead. I go out and get some more. That's what I do. That's what I do. It's my second job. It's probably my primary source of income now. Shit. But I stuck around for football Sunday. I said, you know what? Matthew, you know what? Jalen, Saquon, Tyron, Dallas, give me some money, boys. AJ, give me some money. 200 yards and a touchdown for both Jalen and Stafford. And then the rest you see here, turning 30 into 150. Yeah, that's why it's not this week's L's. That's why it's this week's wins. I know it's not MMA, but hey, I couldn't call it an L week because it simply wasn't. I had to show you. So yeah, that was this week's episode of this week's wins. Not exactly what you wanted to see, because if you tailed, you took L's, and I promise I will make it back to you this week. We shouldn't have lost like that on Wayne Kong. We simply shouldn't have lost like that on the biggest favorite of the card. So I owe you guys this week. I owe you a nice one. I owe you two nice parlays to hit. Honestly, I got to make you a nice high risk and a nice low risk, and we gonna deliver. I'm coming back with a vengeance. So yeah, that was this week's wins.